I'm at a really big transition point right now, which is super exciting. After the last 2 months of painstakingly installing all this antique glass and other windows and stained glass all throughout this structure in my art studio here, I have completed the project. I mean, I still have to, my bedroom up on the 3rd floor, which doesn't have windows yet. But that's okay. That wasn't part of the mission now. It was mostly just containing the main painting chamber, which is this large vertical shaft that extends 3 stories up to the peak of the roof. And it was super windy before, and when it rained, it would come in sideways and just get everything soaking wet, and my paintings were just erupting in mold. And I finally figured out the boric acid treatments for the paintings, and now I have windows with glass in them, and I finished the project like a couple of days ago, and I took a day or two of just sort of downtime to let my body rest after that. It was a major push, and it took so much work just physically pushing myself every single day. Some of these windows, I built the frames by hand the old-fashioned way with a chisel and installing the little metal glazing points and the putty with the special tool. And then I've got all these really cool, this window in particular, I'm really excited about because it was here, let me get you a better view. It was in storage for 13 years, and I pulled it out and I was like, oh my God, that looks so much like my current painting style, which did not exist at all back then when that piece of stained glass came through. So that was really cool to see. It was like a premonition, you know? But yeah, so I am in this major transition point right now where I just started painting again yesterday, and then I did a nighttime session last night as well. I'm starting out by just sort of touching up on an existing painting that was not finished, and I've been working on completing it, which has been feeling really great. And then I'm gonna, once I get, properly warmed up, I'm gonna be starting in on this large 8-foot by 6'9" canvas that has been calling me for months. But yeah, it's like a whole new chapter now, and I'm so excited to get super active in here. I mean, I've been super active in here, but shifting gears to painting instead of installing windows. Here's some really cool stained glass I made years ago as well, which is also a little bit similar to my painting style, although not as much as that one over there. But yeah, and then I made my cat a little kitty door. She loves it. I wanted to make it sort of round like a mouse hole in the cartoons, as opposed to just a regular dumb rectangular kitty door like everybody else has. No offense if you have a rectangular kitty door, but you can do better. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna post some videos of I got some really cool footage of my nighttime painting session last night, especially. I took some footage in the daytime yesterday, but the nighttime footage is so dramatic in here. With the light show and everything, and it's so much fun. And that was part of the mission with the windows, was to create a contained area, to contain atmospheric haze for the light show. And it just, it illuminates the whole space, and you can see the beams of light cutting through the haze. And it's just so much fun, and like swinging around on the rope and from one side of the room to the other. And yeah, I'm just really glad to be painting again. It's been a long time. I have a tendency towards creative block, which developed in my mid-20s. I've always been super prolific as an artist, and then in my growing up and into my early 20s, and then in my mid 20s, through life circumstances and just the way things went, and then just my own stuff, I kind of stopped painting for a really long time, like over 20 years. I barely touched my paints. And for the first time since like the early 2000s, I have a suitable painting station, like a really nice studio. This one's actually way better than what I had back then when I was in Colorado. But yeah, so it's been a journey of like overcoming creative blocks. I had just a tremendous creative breakthrough a few years ago where I initially overcame my creative block, which I'm going to make a whole video where I really dive into that, but I just wanted to touch on that. And it just came flooding back to the surface with so much joy and passion that I hadn't felt in decades. And that's what got me initially painting again. But since then, I notice a tendency towards becoming blocked again. And I have to constantly keep that in check. And sometimes I notice I'll keep doing everything else besides the thing I need to do, which is painting. And I'll find excuses why not to paint. Like, oh, I just got the notification that my package has arrived. I should drive to town. Like, no, you told yourself you were going to paint. Like, do that. So yeah, that's what yesterday was all about, is overcoming those internal resistances, which that's what that painting is all about. This one's called Finding Flow in Resistance, which is all about how the only thing standing between where you are now and the life you want to live is your own internal resistances. And yeah, for me, overcoming creative block is a huge internal resistance that I'm always moving through. And yeah, that painting is a constant reminder for me, not just overcoming the creative block, but leaning into all kinds of resistances. Anytime I feel a fear blockage of resistance of like, I don't want to do that. It's scary, do the thing. Anyway, yeah, here's to creative flow and painting. I hope you're having an awesome day.